Hey, welcome everybody. Office hours number 2. It is my pleasure to be here. I am David Girvin. I am the lead technically, I guess I'm an advocate. I'm technically adequate, if that works out. Yeah, sure. Anyways, we're going to chat about everything going on with Sumo. We're going to go over some of our releases, some of our blogs. I'm going to run through a light demo in the end. So if you haven't been here before, welcome. So today's agenda: upcoming events and training, education, recent releases and recent content, demo, and some Q&A. So if you actually got on here, you are allowed to ask questions at the end. I probably don't know the answer, but I'll pretend I do. So we'll make sure it works. Okay, upcoming events. Brown Bag, biggest product updates, agents, and what's ahead today, 2026. Training and education, we have Cloud Sim in the AM January 22nd and Cloud Sim PM on January 22nd. So make sure if you're looking for any of these, you can jump in and find them. If you haven't been to the Brown Bags, they're great. Our wonderful Lisa Biro does those, and it's a good time. Recent releases, MSSP. So one of the there we go. One of the releases that we just came out with, managed monitors for organizations. This is really, really nice. Basically, you can handle all of your child parent organization monitors from one place. So you can save and share. You can do all this for your tracking and your metrics and logs, blah, blah, blah. But if you are MSSP or maybe like M&A, any of that kind of child parent structure, that's out. The next is OTel, new log severities. So we just added these. So we added 2 new severity fields, severity number and severity text, to the OpenTelemetry collector. So these fields provide more comprehensive log data with minimal operational risk, enabling deeper insights and more accurate workflows. I literally just read the release. It sounded super corporate. I apologize. But they're professional. I'm not. I'm here to help. So next up, we have OTel add or edit linked collectors from the source template. I haven't got to play around with this yet, but I was just looking at the release notes. It looks pretty cool. You can add and edit collectors directly from the source template page now. So it just makes setup a lot easier, get going, moving faster, and all those kind of good things. So obviously we've released a lot in the last couple of months, but I covered some of that last week, and this is just the most recent release notes. So we can jump on to the next thing. All right. So had some great blogs come out. Top 10 SIM best practices for modern security operations. Great read. And then token torching, how I'd burn your AI budget so you can fix it. That was mine. So it was amazing. I mean, at least my mom thinks so. But basically, it was a new attack vector that I kind of thought up as my brain is broken and I only think of evil things. So it's about banging on MCP servers and how you can actually cost companies tons of money through corporate espionage. So if you like reading about evil things and how to protect yourself from them, token torching, it's the blog I just released this week. We had a bunch of new podcast stuff coming out. So we have episode 24, Governing AI in the Age of Agentic Systems and Model Context Protocol. Again, that was me. So that's on my AI governance white paper. It was a fun podcast. We also had 2025, which was our reflections, and our 2026 predictions episode. That was a good time. We all got on and talked about what we were right about, what we were wrong about, and what we think is coming next. And then episode 26, you can patch your code, but you can't patch burnout. Yeah. I mean, burnout's real. We work in tech. It's hard, especially if you're in a SOC or AppSec or anything like that. So we kind of dove into that. I got philosophical, so don't want to scare you off, but it was a good time. Check it out. Okay, so demo today. Let me see if I can figure out how to use this platform and show you my demo. All right. Hey, we're here. Look at us go. So we're actually going to run through the data volume app. I'm trying to do little short demos every week. They're actually useful. If you haven't seen the data volume app, we basically took a lot of the stuff that people would want to build, especially an enterprise organization, and shoved it into a wonderful app. If you're not used to using apps, well, there's a wizard that'll walk you through. This is our demo environment, so it's already installed. But you want to go to the app catalog and look up data volume. Uh, it comes with these wonderful dashboards. We're just going to have a quick look at all these. All right. So the first one we have here is data volume log spikes. It's kind of fun. You can see the outlier indicators doing some baselining and looking for anomalies and those kind of things. Uh, Data volume predictions, top 5 per day for the collectors and source categories and source hosts and kind of just everything you'd want from seeing where's spiking, where's your data getting backed up at, all those kind of things. Another one that we wanted to jump into real quick and easy is data volume. So, obviously, if you're looking at how much you're bringing in, you're trying to streamline, you want to bring in the most efficient amount of logs, or you're just looking for, where you're spending the most, where you're bringing in the most data out of any of these kind of things, or what applications are getting used the most on your end. This is going to break all that kind of stuff down for you. Another dashboard that we're going to have is the live data volume app by metadata fields. So this can be really useful to see some insights on any of these. You can click into them, you get summary, you can run log searches, all that kind of stuff. You could ask Mobot some wonderful questions and figure out some of these some of these spikes across your board. We also have the data volume metrics app part dashboard. So this is going to just give you some baseline metrics for everything. And I think it's always important to remember Sumo's dashboards are really easily customizable. So I always think of these as a really good starting point, but everybody wants to see different stuff. So maybe you have what you want to see over these 4 or 5 dashboards. Well, you can just copy and paste them and create a new one that has everything you want on it, right? And then you have your, these are the ones I always look at because I never know what to look for. So I always start at the overviews. This is a great one. It kind of covers a little bit of everything. And then you can kind of dig into those other ones as more of a granular approach. And then the last one we have is for your tracing. So if you're doing that and it's in your app, you already have the data, you're good to go. So I know this wasn't quite as exciting as maybe seeing all the AI agents doing all their wonderful things in our sim like last week. If you didn't watch that one, you can go back and look at the recorded episode. It's great to watch. But this is really useful. This is like one of those things, boring part of our job, but we tried to streamline and create it all out of the box for you so you can just jump in and have it. So one second here. Going to get back to our all right. So the end now we have Q&A. Oop, so do we have any Q&A in here? Don't see any questions that have come through. Here we go. What is the data volume app and why would someone use it? Well, that's a good one. Thanks, Adam. Data volume app is just going to basically take all the numbers that you can get for your log ingestion, right? So that's what we just went through. Why would you use it? You want to know how much logs you bring in. You're trying to reduce the amount of logs. You're trying to increase the amount of logs. You want to see where spikes, anomalies. You want to see how the metadata is coming in and how it's separated. Those are all the kind of questions that are going to be solved in that app. The next one, Are the child org updates only for MSSP? Can large organizations use it? Yeah. So, like I said, they're also for M&A stuff and big organizations. If you have an M&A team at your company and you're doing top-down technology, you're probably going to want to use that because I'm assuming that all the smaller companies are remote locations, like a lot of law offices and tax offices have. Um, you could keep it all separate. And also, if you have certain attestation reasons that you have to like separate data. What other apps might work in conjunction with the data volume app? Um, I think we'd have to go through almost like the whole enterprise suite of apps that we offer, but um, I think the Flex app is one of them. And I'd have to kind of sit down and think about that, which ones all connect each way. But your burn use and Flex app and those kind of things are really going to be helpful to correlate with the volume app. All right. So yeah, sounds like it pulls a lot of sources. Yeah, it does pull in a lot of sources, and it kind of looks at the overarching view of it. But I think there is some. It's a good question because I think there is some correlation. Maybe next week I can think of some that directly work with it, and we can show those on a quick um, demo as well. Hotel seems to still be important. Uh, Hotel is very important. I think with how fast Hotel is moving and building all this new cool stuff, it's just going to keep unlocking more you can do in your sim, in the core platform, whatever, in Sumo. So as we keep adding stuff that they're doing, and we keep helping build on the open source project, which we do contribute to, I think we'll keep seeing that. And if you're a customer at home and there's something you want to see there, contact your TAM or us. Send us an email. Um, Give us some good details about it. Uh, that's always a plus when someone says, "Hey, I want this, but I want it to do this, and the reason I want it is this business use case." It helps us kind of understand it because obviously we love our customers. We have a customer driven roadmap in a lot of ways. We also have a lot of customers. So the more detail you give on those kind of things, and the more background you give helps us understand how we can build things better for you. Um, yeah. All right. I think that is all of our questions there. Um, it's a wonderful week. It's a wonderful opportunity to get to hang out with everybody again, and I can't wait to do it next Thursday as well. I'm looking forward to what we're going to release. But thank you, all of our wonderful customers and everybody else just hanging out. I'll see you at office hours next Thursday.